name is Tamara Robinson. I am from Houston, Texas. I am a special education teacher here in Houston, Texas. Also, I am 50 years old, and I kind of like to just spend quality time with family and friends. Back in 2022, I had contracted COVID in 2021, and I went through a serious illness related call long COVID. And after all of those hospital stays and procedures, I came home with a massive bill. So the day to day debt impact, when I saw that bill, I wanted to pass out because I knew that, firstly, the bill was due to COVID, which I had contracted at work. You know, I'm a school teacher. With that, a massive bill, it immediately I thought about what I would do, how I would pay the bill. Of course, I have insurance, teacher's insurance, but if you are in the state of Texas and you're a teacher, you know that we have the worst insurance. I did call their customer service number or whatever to see if I could first start with a payment plan because I do know if you're in medical debt, you could lose your home, you could lose your livelihood just because you're ill and you owe medical debt. You owe the hospital, you owe the doctors that did the procedures on you. You know, there's a list of folks who you owe, not just the hospital, but the doctors. Every different doctor that came to talk to you, doctor that did procedures on you, something about the equipment and all this kind of stuff. You know, that's how the bill is broken down. I really didn't know anything about charity care for hospitals. I didn't know anything like that existed. When I was in the hospital, I did have, I don't know what to call them or whatever, but the patient services reps, I think, visit me in my hospital room while I was there. They came several days. They emphasized your insurance, the insurance that I have. So they came in several days, you know, asking me about my insurance. Do you have insurance? Okay, I gave you the insurance. But they pressured, you know, that kind of, questions or whatever inquiry on me. And but didn't say, you know, we have this available if you don't have insurance. It was just the pressure of, do you have it? We can't get in touch with anyone and all that kind of stuff. So if I were not knowledgeable about charity care or had not heard about Dollar Four, I just knew that I would be paying installments or whatever for that bill probably until I was dead. You know, because if you have medical debt over $100,000, I don't know how I could simply pay that off before seeing my grave. I'll just say it like that. There needs to be a change with our healthcare system. And I don't know who's over the healthcare insurance, but it needs a major, major overhaul. There is no excuse to someone who goes to work every day and the wages that they receive and the medical insurance that is offered at that job is almost like having no insurance. That you spend out of your paycheck every week, an exorbitant amount of money comes out of that paycheck. And for you to use that insurance to go to the hospital and then to have a bigger bill than the amount of money you make in a year is totally negligent. Most teachers do not go to the doctor. I would say about 70% do not go to the doctor. One young lady that I worked with, fellow teacher last year, she discovered she was diabetic. She had something else going on with her kidneys, and she had not been to the doctor since she was a child. And I asked her, why didn't she go to the doctor? I knew why, but I, asked her. And she says, because I know I'm going to have a big medical bill from the doctors that I can't afford. And so I told her about Dollar Four, told her to immediately go on, just go on her phone, go to the website, fill out the application. And then I told her, go to the hospital. I even offered to take her to the hospital. But she was able the next day to take herself to the hospital, to the ER, and she did fill out the form, and she heard back, to get help with her medical bills. I kind of feel like it's my mission to tell others because what Dollar Four has done for me.